What is going on, everyone? It's Ultimate Spy 53 here, and welcome back to reacting to bad reviews on good movies. This will be episode 10, and obviously the final episode of the series. And so I thought that I would read reviews of good movies, obviously, but stop motion ones. And I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen a few of them recently. Like, I haven't seen Try recently. I haven't seen Chicken recently. There's quite a few I haven't seen recently. So I kind of I figured I just, like, one of the ones that I remember, in my mind. So obviously let's start with the first one, which is Coraline review. There's only 4 reviews I found for each movie, better than nothing, I suppose. So let's go ahead and do Coraline. Okay, so this is a pretty long review. It's the only review I could really find for Coraline about it being bad. And in my opinion, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, but some people have a different opinion. So they said, "This is no Alice. It's not even gaming. This is not only a terrible adaptation of Neil Gaiman's book, but Gaiman's book is not likely a nudge to Alice, not likely to nudge Alice in Wonderland out of its niche. Sorry, Diana Wayne Jones. Silix Coraline is an unmitigated spoiled brat. There's nothing likable or brave about her. The introduction of a totally unnecessary character, Wybie, is clearly a ploy to get boys interested, since heaven knows they wouldn't want to watch a movie that was just about a girl. He keeps dropping out of the story, only if you attack it again at inappropriate moments. So we don't forget about that. Yes, there's a boy in there, and yes, the boy gets to be the knight who saves the bewildered maiden at the end, because we all know that a girl couldn't possibly risk herself that way, the way she does in the book. The movie's graphics are tremendously derivative. Shades of American McGee's Alice in both the tunnel between worlds, many of interiors and exteriors, and the look and behavior of the cat, and simply shameless, including a large-breasted woman whose panties look suspiciously like hands rather than shells. At one point, Seliger removes Gaiman's remark by one of the actresses about the Scottish play, Shakespeare's Macbeth, presumably because it would not be understood. At another point, one of the actresses quotes explicitly from Hamlet. In the book, Coraline's parents are absent-mindedly or neglectful. In the movie, they are downright nasty all the way to the end. And frankly, it's hard to believe anyone would want them back. Why change Mr. Bobo's name to Bobinski? Does this make any kind of difference? Gaiman's whole message when you're not scared, but you still do it anyway, that's brave, is lost in the mishmash of who's the brightest, parents or children. The constant "this might be just a dream" suggestions are straight out of the lamest kind of Deus Machina, which is I believe a video game. Cliches, even which via Wizard of Oz, the entire Spider-Man sequence, which does not appear anywhere in the book, and illogical situations around. Anyone care to explain why Coraline was a fire burning in her real bedroom, on which to burn the effigy of her parents? How this managed to win so many awards only reveals just how low contemporary studies are. Anything that's not Beavis and Butthead are apparently worthy of an Academy Award nomination these days. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, it's not. When they say terrible adaptation, I mean, like that, it's different. I mean, usually when you're adapting a book to a movie, it's not the same. Usually there's a lot of material cut out, but I think that YB as a character, he was really necessary, because it didn't. I felt like it didn't, like, Coraline was all alone. She had no one to talk to, and with the addition of YB, they put YB in the movie they added YB in the movie because he was in the book, because that way that Coraline has someone to talk to, because otherwise she's all alone, and her parents neglect her, and she's bored, and YB's the only person who she could talk to that she considered a friend, and just frankly, I think that Mr. Bobo's name changing to Babisky, it's not a big change. They decided to use the B of that and just change it to something more interesting. I don't know, like, it's not that big a deal, but I don't know, I feel like they definitely have a different opinion about this movie. It's still one of my favorites. I don't care what people want to change about it and make it sound like it's bad, because it's not. It's one of the best movies I've seen, and one of my favorites. So even then, I don't care what people say about this movie. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. It's creepy. It's just holy to me. I love it. It's fantastic. So that's for Coraline. Moving on to Kubo and the Two Strings review. This one said, "Beware bad writing, bad plot, pagan anti-god worldview. Goodness me. I mean, I only just reviewed it like a couple weeks ago, and it was actually a gorgeous movie. Worst movie ever. No, it is not the worst movie ever. It has. It's not perfect, but it's definitely not the worst movie ever. Weak plot, weak ending, non-sequitur, bad writing, and pagan to boot. Clearly anti-god message with very little redeemable. The only good thing about were the evil sisters, who were actually quite creepy and villainous, are not into new age pagan indoctrination movies with non-sequitur plots. Stay away. Wow. Talk about weak, saying everything's weak about it. Bad writing, bad plot. No, really, it was actually fairly interesting. I mean, I didn't love it, but it was. I think it was just really interesting. Just especially a stop motion animation like movie like that. And I explained in my review that like, wow. There were plenty of good things. Like, the music was good. The animation was good. The story was really interesting. Just in general, I mean, the monkey and beetle were really interesting. They were fun. But in general, it was a really well done movie. I mean, I didn't love it, but this person is not. This person has a different opinion. It is the worst movie ever. It's far from the best movie ever, but it's not the worst movie ever. Goodness gracious. Okay, I know I'm skipping. I'm going back to 2014, but this is the next one on my documents that I put in for the box trolls. Obviously, ugly animation, poor storyline, crude, unpredictable. Ugly animation. What? That's amazing animation. Ugly animation, poor storyline, crude, unpredictable. A very crude stop-motion animation that defaulted on the side of gross to overcome the lack of a story plot. The characters look and act like lumps of clay with no depth. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, the storyline is obvious for anyone that has seen a Disney movie. What? But lacks the character depth of modern animated movies and recommended for young children. Well, I'm not a young child, so I'm fine. But I get this. Ugly animation, bad storyline, no. I don't understand. People have different opinions. Goodness gracious. And characters look and act like a lumps of clay. While they are, made from 3D printed, and some of the I think some of them are kind of clayish, but wow. Okay, so this is the last review. Actually, I found 2 of them. As I didn't want to have just one for this one. I had 2 of them that are back to back. So, prepare to be disappointed. 2 hours of my life, I'll never get back. We tended to watch this twice and finally made it to the end of the third attempt. Wow. Boring, pointless, and way overrated. Tim Burton is a genius who will give him a pass on this high school project, which probably earned him a C. Really awful. Our family has loved Burton's other movies and appreciated his quirky sensibility, but we found this one unwatchable. We literally stopped at halfway. The whole thing is sung. It's a musical. I mean, I don't think it says it's a musical, but it's pretty much it's the first like stop motion animated movie that was actually a musical. I'm pretty sure. So, give me a break. It's not. I mean, CinemaSins complained about Into the Woods having too much singing, but then they didn't realize it was actually a musical. So this movie is partly musical, so they can't get mad at that. The whole thing is sung in the style of generic Broadway musical, generic Broadway musical. Neither the world of holiday towns nor the story engaged to tell. Wow, I mean, I think it's one of the better animated movies. I mean, I haven't seen this in a while, but the only reason I'm reading the reviews because I do remember quite a lot of it, so it's not that big a deal. So that's pretty much all I can say about that. Interesting opinion, but it is not unwatchable. It's a. I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie of any stop motion movie, but it definitely isn't the worst. I mean, it's fairly decent actually. I mean, it has a great storyline, it has amazing animation, it has a interesting character. So I don't know what people have a problem with it. It's not that bad. It's not boring. It's not pointless. It's not bad at all. It's fantastic. So I don't have anything against it. The people have just opinions. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for this series on writing bad reviews on good movies. Again, I told you that I was gonna end it because I just feel like I don't know. I'm getting tired of it. Really, that's almost much I can do with the series. I'm just tired. I mean, I was gonna go for like 100 episodes, 200 episodes, but like I realized I don't want to keep doing it. I don't want to make this show anymore, and I'm tired of it. So I figured I might as well end it here because that's 10 episodes actually pretty good. I mean, I know there was like a break between episode 6 and 7. That's because I just didn't get around to it, and I was really busy, mainly college and stuff like that. But still, I'm glad I finally got around to finishing this series and make it finale This is like the thing when I started this series, I thought I was just gonna. I wanted to do it because of the reaction videos I was doing. I figured I might as well, react to bad reviews on some of the greatest movies ever, and just reading them and just seeing how people think about movies. Even basically every movie that you see in the world, doesn't matter how amazing it is, how if it's like 100%, it has bad reviews. It does not matter what it is. So I think that's really important, and I wanted to just see what people have to say about movies. Of course, I didn't review every movie because there are some movies that I haven't seen in a while that I don't want to bother with. Like that's why a lot of the movies you might have not seen in this movie, like Corpse Bride, Take and Run, There's Giant Peach, all those stop motion movies that I could have read, but I just haven't seen them in a while. So I do remember Nightmare Before Christmas, but that's basically it. So that's all I'm gonna do for this episode. So not much I can say about that, but I'm happy that I'm done with the show. I feel like it's time, and I don't really want to keep making it. So I hope you guys understand, but this is gonna be the last episode. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this series on reaction to bad reviews on good movies. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I really do appreciate your support. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe for more videos like this and other great content. And I'll be back next time with another video. Alright? See ya.